Good morning. It's Tyree again. I'm back with the second video. Just kind of piggybacking off of yesterday's video where we prayed for an open mind to whatever given situation. Again, it was meant for anyone who uses the information, but it was really geared towards for men and husbands and fathers. And today's video, I wanted to get back into the subject of having an open mind. If you are a father or a husband and you're in the middle of a situation where you're trying to restore relationships, this video is definitely for you. And the first thing we'll talk about in the video is if you want to move on or you want to restore a relationship that's maybe broken down or it's severed in some type of way, or it's just in a stage that isn't very healthy for you and whoever that person is, the other person is. I'm going to tell you about when you have an open mind and you're ready to rebuild that relationship. A very important step is you have to learn to let go of the past, and that is past experiences, situations, events. Even if the other person you're trying to talk to, or the relationship you're trying to build, they're not exactly ready to rebuild that bridge with you just yet, if that is your situation. For those of you who are not in that situation, it's still a good practice. It's something that I've taken upon myself to do, and I've sought help in different areas in order to make myself a better person. I had to learn to let go of the past, and the past has a way of reminding us how things were and how it affected us. We may not remember the exact details, but we remember how it felt. What past events. Maybe you were, maybe you broke up with a girlfriend of yours or something like that. Maybe you got into a fight with your spouse. Maybe, worst case scenario, maybe you found out that they were messing around on you or something like that. Yeah, that's kind of tough to deal with. But regardless of that, you have to learn to let go of the past because it stops you from being the person that you always were meant to be. So when you reach a certain age and certain moment in your life, there's so many past experiences that happen that they mold you into a whole nother person. And that's just, that's natural. You're going to turn into a whole nother person. And, that person that you turn into has learned to survive in the world that he or she is in. And for all intents and purposes, that's fine. That's how we grow as a person. But past experiences also have another side to them, in that they teach us to hold back that which we once took joy in, something that we once enjoyed so much that we were willing to share it with the world. And sometimes past experiences stops us from doing that, and that's when you stop growing. You're not who you used to be. You're protecting that version of yourself if past experiences have hurt you in some kind of way. And I do kind of believe in that mantra that hurt people hurt people. It's kind of a cliche thing to say, but I believe it's true to a point, man. You're not going to come out there in the world the same way you used to when you've experienced some type of pain and some type of hurt. Like I said, this is about restoring relationships, because we bring what happens to us in our past, we can bring it into our future. We can bring it into new relationships. You could be a father who may have a strained relationship with your child, with your son or your daughter, based off of how you were raised, and maybe you didn't have a strong relationship with your parents, your mother or your father. Or maybe you have both parents in your life and you just felt like they didn't understand you. Well, there's some instances where those people, they end up with children, and so they say that everything that I went through, that my kids are going to go through. You create this whole nother structure of how you raise your children that they may not necessarily respond to. You put your children in a situation where they are dealing with a parent who's dealing with their parents. You know what I'm saying? That's kind of the way I describe it. And it does have some long-term effects, even if they're not intentional, they do have long-term effects. So, when you're a parent, if you're a parent out there, those are some of the traps that some parents fall into, fathers and mothers alike. So letting go of the past, or not necessarily just letting go, just working through it. And, not avoid it, but working through it can help you get past that point um, of pain, and hurt, and bring you back into a stage where you were once able to share yourself with the world, or you can raise your children and have room for them to grow in the way that you teach. And then as a parent, you learn how to grow too. So, I don't really have a prayer or message like that for today. I just wanted to make a quick video about that. That if you want to make it to the next level in your relationships, or maybe you're in a strained relationship and you want to grow it, and you want to rebuild it back to where it was. Maybe you just want to rebuild you back again. Before you can do anything, I'm a big supporter of that statement and thing. If you want to do anything, man, you got to learn how to let go of the past. Get back to who you are, in a sense that it doesn't hurt the opportunities that are waiting for you out there in the world. So, for your fathers, your husbands, even for wives, girlfriends, spouses, if you're listening to this video, if you're watching this video, let it go. I'm telling you right now, you can waste a lot of time, a lot of your life, fighting and dealing with the past. That could be potentially straining your future. It could be blocking you from where you're going. So learn to let it go, everybody. And whatever it is, if you have any questions or comments, hit the comment section of the video, and hopefully I get to hear back from you, and we could talk more about this thing. All right. Good morning.